And so it is my understanding in Hong Kong is where you actually really delved into the swords there.
Well, I went with my a lot of knowledge, and in Hong Kong, I must admit, I learned more. A lot of it was good, and some of it was not so good. But overall, I was open-minded to look at things. So when I took the Wong Chok 8 sections, which Chow and Moyat, those guys together had learned from Yip Man, the 8 sections, I was performing the Wong Chok took me to see Wong Shang Yang. And Kong was the realtor, translator, young fella for me because I'm not a native speaker of Cantonese. So I was so Wong Changyang asked me to do this section. So I got up to section 3, and then I look over to Wong Changyang. Of course, Wong Chok is smiling with his cigarette on his mouth. Wong Changyang with his cigarette on his mouth is just shaking his head. You know, the old looks lousy kind of way of Chinese giving you the sign, right? Not so good. So I got to the section 3 about I think it was 3, and he stood up. No such section. It was an embarrassment. So I just stopped and I looked at Wong Chok sitting right next. So Akong to the left, and Wong Chong in the middle, and Wong Chok sitting on the right. So and then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of Cantonese between Wong Chok and Wong Chong started going off. And I had nothing to do but play the innocent bystander. So I walked over, put the swords down, and just stood by the table. And those guys ramble on for the next half hour. And then the Kong comes over. Oh, John, you just really opened up a hornet's nest over here. They're debating what Yip Man was teaching all of his students. And it looks like Yip Man taught a whole bunch of prescription sets to a whole bunch of guys, all have 8 sections. And most of them have flipping the blades. Those are all baloney sections. The true system has, and Yip Man apparently codified it down, a base plus 12, or you can say 13 sections. So, I'm that's all new to me, right? So I tried to get more information. But wait. A Kong went back, sit down. I got to listen to this. It goes on for another half hour. It seemed like years. And Wong Chok said, just follow my seeing. Wong Chong, he apparently, I'm convinced now that what Yip Man showed me, Chow and Moyat is not correct or at best incomplete. So you come back tomorrow morning. Wang Xiaoyang has agreed to teach the first foreigner. Be the first Guaylo. So come back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So I came back the next morning, and the guy was waiting there. I don't know who he was. So Master Wang Xiaoyang is called away. He can't make it. But his head man, who knows the sections, up to 10 sections right now, Yun will see you this afternoon, so come back after lunch. So, and that's how it all started for me to redo, reinvestigate, and reevaluate what I was learning.
Wow. How long, John, did that take you to do?
Um, I got the first, just the forms now, no touch drills, nothing, just the forms and basic walkthroughs on applications for that summer up to about 6. The following year, Ewan came to Hawaii to run the marathon, and his time here, he showed me up to 10. And I'm still looking at things, evaluating. I'm impressed with the curriculum behind it. Way more involved and object oriented compared to what Wong Chok's 8 sections were. At the same time, though, I was back here in Hawaii. I didn't want to, you know, mix it up with Robert Young on how many sections and how come this is different. So best I played the long haul story and just wait. So I kept Wong Chok's and Wang Xiaoyang's parts, and for quite some time. It wouldn't be for another almost 13 years, 14 years to go back to Hong Kong. And Yun went to check me. You got too much of the Wong Chok baloney in there. Get it correct. So let's review the whole thing again. So I had to then surrender. So you know what? It's obvious that Wong Chong Yong's system is far superior in the way it's, not only the way it's taught, the way it's put together by section to section. So from 95, 96, 97, I learned the last 3 up to 13 sections.
Wow. John, is there
a section a year? Yeah, you look it up the whole time.
John, is there any explanation?
Uncle, you always say, don't feel bad. That's how I learned too. 1 section a year. And my teacher, Wong Chong Yong, also 1 section a year.
But is there any explanation why Yip Man would have shared something different?
I don't know. You got to remember now, it's his rice bowl, so the mystique of the swords being kept last and not too many people knowing it gave it some mystique and value, right? So you have everyone now paying him private lessons, and Yip Man always, hey, this is only for you. Don't tell anyone else. This is for you and me, right? Don't share because I teach this as income, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of guys didn't share. Just didn't share at all. So Wong Chok was utterly shocked that there were that many sections, and the only thing that was similar was the Lan Quan or the Gap Do, and the Bu, of course, or the thrust, Chi. The Mun was similar, and the Jum, Gong, but all the rest, the way it was sectionalized is different. Different enough to say they were different systems with some similarities in the particular techniques.
You know, it's interesting, John. I've read somewhere, because you mentioned Moy Yat's name.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that he had called the Baat Jaam Do the kiss of death for the Sifu. That once he taught that, he knew that his students would leave, or that would be it for his teaching. You know.
Well, it could be, but it makes sense. You teach your students so much, and you hope they practice, right?
Yeah.
Become better than you. I, for one, have noticed that I can show the sections. I can then walk through the applications, and then go a little faster, but walking speed first, and then go through the touch drills. A few of my students, maybe I've shown about 15, 16 people now, only a few have actually come back to me and asked about, hey, if I turn my D guard just over the field to push the bong or reverse it back, you finally got to the last dimension, stickiness of the blade. Few people get to the stickiness part. It's really hard to teach.
Thank you very much, John DiVirgilio. And thank you for tuning in. That was our second sip of tea from Master John DiVirgilio of the Wing Chun Kung Fu Association of Hawaii. Please stay tuned for more, and we will have more coming. Thank you. Bye.